Now to get started with the quilting, I've actually simply positioned my quilt to have I need the needle to go flush at the intersection of these two lines here. So I really need to make sure with my foot that I've positioned it perfectly, and then I bring my needle down, bring it back up, and then pick that piece of thread on the bottom, bring the needle back down, throw the thread behind, and make my knot, tie a knot to get started. And then I can start quilting until I've reached the point right here. So the intersection of the three lines here, I'm going to quilt till I reach here. And so here we go. Once I'm there, I simply pivot the quilt and work my way back up this line until I've actually reached the other intersection of the two lines here. So I'm just going to do that right now. So now I'm ready. I'm going to pivot once more, and you'll see that the edge of my foot really does align with the seam. So I'm really on track with the marking that I've done. Now what I want to do is I want to stitch 3/8 forward before going back down. Now I know, because I've tested it on my machine, I actually need to do 5 stitches to get the 3/8 that I need. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm done, and I can pivot once more, and you'll see that the foot aligns with the stitch that I've just done. So now all I have to do is continue quilting the piece and move down and stop at the middle, the line that I've actually made right here in the middle. So I need to make sure that my needle stops on that middle line. And now it's reached exactly where I need it to be. So then I pivot once more, and you see, of course, I've done this purposely, but I wanted to show you. Let's say it happens to you and you didn't you didn't stitch as far as you needed to. You simply realign your foot to that the first line that you've stitched, and you simply continue until you really do reach that white line. And once you're done, you can pivot, you can double check, and the alignment is perfect. So now you're ready to go, and so you work your way back up till the other white line. I'm going to go one more, and then I'm going to keep on going 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to go back down. I'm going to continue doing that until I've reached the other edge of the piece, meaning until I get closer to here. So off I go. And so now I've almost reached the top. So at this point, this is where I'll simply pivot and just stitch until the intersection of both lines here. Because I want to make my last, I really want that edge to have a quilted diamond in it. So I'm gonna go and quilt it right away. So I'm at the far end. I'm gonna pivot once more and work my way down. And I'm going to stop at 3/8 to give that same spacing as we did with all the other the other areas. So again, I can double check with my line here. I know that I'm right on track, and I'm just simply going to work my way down and make my knot, tie a knot, and cut my thread. And I finished the design that I wanted to do for this this section of the quilting.